So we had a very good game yesterday. Manchester United beat Liverpool. How amazing was that? I it was a brilliant watch for me. I was not expecting United to beat Liverpool. Having said that, Liverpool haven't been brilliant lately. They haven't won. They haven't won in 3 games. And this was the team that should have won the Premier League last season. They've not won any of the 3 games. It's absolutely crazy. United, just what a transformation! I know they were just saying that all the time on the telly as well. Just what a transformation from the week before. They lost 4-0. They lost 4-0 to Brentford, and what a transformation there, where they, as I said, have beaten the rightful champions from last season. So yeah, no, fair play to Manchester United there. Um, and I thought I'd use this time as well, just maybe to kind of react to some of my other predictions. I mean, I'm not doing brilliantly. Let's say there's quite a bit of red there, where I've kind of gone the wrong way. A few correct scores I was happy with. Southampton Leeds, although I was really gutted for Leeds when they went 2-0 up and then they drew 2-all. Um, I was pleased that I got my prediction right, but I was absolutely devastated for them that they'd blown that lead, the lead, the Leeds lead. Um, but yeah, so I got a few results right. I was like, and as well on match day two, I was feeling really confident. I was like, I've done really well here, thinking, I could win the Super Six or something as well, because I had I think the City game against Bournemouth and the Arsenal game against Leicester. Those were the halftime scores, 2-0 and 3-0. Um, so I was like, I might actually win Super Six and £250,000. So I just kind of put the results into Super Six. Obviously didn't because of all the other results, but I did beat Jeff. Um, but I didn't get the Sky Glass TV, so I was a bit gutted about that. I couldn't actually do my Super Six for the next week because I was abroad, but it wasn't brilliant match day three anyway. It wasn't the best. I mean, I got a few results right: Tottenham, Arsenal, and Brighton winning, but kind of the rest of it just didn't really pan out. So my prediction results at the moment, 33% correct. 10% of the time I get the correct score as well. But obviously that does need to be a bit higher. So I'm kind of hoping that as the season goes on, I get a bit better, a bit more accurate with my predictions. Um, the interesting thing is the league table, because I was kind of predicting Liverpool to have won all three of these games. And as you know, I predicted Liverpool to win the title this season. If we have a look at the table, well, Liverpool is still top of the table, 1 point ahead of Chelsea. But are they going to win the league? I don't think so. Um, and we've also got West Ham in eighth place as well. Whether they're going to get eighth place or not, considering they've had 0 points this season, we'll see. Arsenal in seventh as well. I think they will do better than seventh, considering the form they're in. Also, you can see as well that Newcastle have actually got into the top four now at Manchester United's expense, despite beating Liverpool. Newcastle's have had such a good start to the season. I think they'd have been gutted not to have won the game against City on Sunday as well, considering how brilliantly they played as well. Like, honestly, super impressive side. Really, really good team. And I feel like Newcastle fans can be really optimistic for the future, and I kind of wish them all the best. And it would be lovely to see actually Newcastle kind of back where they belong in kind of like the top four of everything. So I kind of wish their fan base all the best there in the team. I mean, they've got such good fans as well. Newcastle, they've got such good fans. They deserve success. At the bottom half of the table, can we actually see Fulham have escaped relegation uh, by a point? But based on how they're doing at the moment, I mean, I say, they got the point against Liverpool and everything. I'm now predicting Fulham to escape relegation at Wolves' expense. I think it is Wolves that have kind of been the team that have been affected by that. They're Brentford and Bournemouth, I said, we're going to go down. Will Brentford go down, considering how much they battered United? Like, they can do it against those teams. We'll kind of see. I feel like Southampton as well. They're a point ahead of it as well. I don't know. Leicester are there in 12th place as well. Leicester were originally in the top half of my predictions. I'm feeling they're having a bit of a struggle this season, but we'll see. So the first thing I've got are kind of some more reflections over the first 3 weeks, more things to speak about. So I'm going to speak about the transfers. I think Gabriel Jesus has been such a good signing for Arsenal. I remember when he joined Man City, and I remember thinking that this is a truly good player, like a really good player, and being really worried actually about how good he was for them. It's a team I'm not particularly fond of, Man City. So I was very worried that they had such a potent striker up front. Although he was never really properly utilised by the team, which I think was a shame for him. So getting a transfer to another kind of top six club, I think has been fantastic for him. And he's already showing just how fantastic he is. And I think City will really regret letting him go as well, based on how good he is. So yeah, it's such a loss to them and such a gain to Arsenal. He's just been fantastic and a phenomenal start to the season as well. I think after I did the predictions video, I did kind of overlook the fact that they got the likes of Jesus and other players like Odegaard and everything. Um, in the past, I never particularly liked Arsenal that much in the past, but it is such a shame to see a club like that kind of fall down in the table. So it would be nice to see them kind of. It's a bit like with Newcastle, although it's a longer time ago for Newcastle. But it'd be quite nice to see Arsenal kind of return back to the top four, because I do feel like they're one of the teams that should be up there. And definitely the team that I've underestimated the most when I made my predictions. 9 points out of 9, averaging 3 goals a game. I said at the start of my predictions video, I reckon they'll make top four, and then predicted them to finish seventh. Um, as well, Brighton and Leeds, they play each other this weekend. I'm actually going to go to the stadium and watch that game this weekend. So I'm hoping for an entertaining game, definitely, and I think it should be. But as I said, they're two teams that have been underestimated. What have I predicted out of interest? I predicted Leeds to win it 2-0. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The most overrested team by a mile has to be Liverpool. They had 2 points out of 9 so far. I predicted 9. They haven't won a game yet. They are. I predicted them to win the league, and they're currently 16th and below all the other teams in the top six. But they are above Everton, so no need to threat. They've got twice as many points as Everton. Um, as I said, the other candidates for the most overestimated are Everton as well. I predicted them much higher. Leicester and West Ham, all three predicted to be in top 10, and all three below 16th place Liverpool. It doesn't sound right saying 16th place Liverpool. I mean, they will climb higher, and should still at least make the top four, I'm sure. They have scored in every game, which I think is something that will at least be a bit encouraging to Liverpool fans, or just fans of football. And they have conceded in every game, which I think is a bit more of a worry. Despite obviously the likes of players like Virgil van Dijk, who's normally so good in defence, and I think when I was watching the Man United game as well, he was, Rashford just wasn't getting past him most of the time, apart from when he did get past him and scored. But a lot of the time he's not getting past players like that. Um, the other thing, I wanted to talk about FPL. I'm really big into FPL. I'm currently top of the league with a bunch of mates of mine, which I'm quite pleased with. Um, and just some players there. If you yourself are thinking of doing FPL, I've got a few recommendations. I've got these three in my team, and I think definitely they're playing well for me. Definitely, they're doing well. Nick Pope as well is a good goalkeeper. Such a good goalkeeper. I've actually had the privilege back back when I used to live up in York. He was the goalkeeper for the team, and kept a few clean sheets. I think kept us up in it. The difference having a good keeper makes. That season, York, we made it to the League Two playoffs. Before he ended his loan spell, he was only there on loan, and afterwards we end up 2 years later getting relegated to National League, and then relegated again the year after. Um, before just last season going back up again to national level. Um, and again, again that's a lot of it's down to as well having a good keeper. He had a keeper called Jameson who saved a penalty in the semi final. But don't underestimate the impact of a good goalkeeper. And such. I mean, I think I would say Nick Pope. I'm biased, but I would say the best goalkeeper in England. And such a good signing for Newcastle. Had him there as my fifth best signing. I kind of neglected to mention the others on there. I only spoke about Gabriel Jesus, but you've got Aronson as well, Koulibaly, who he's been, as I said, he wasn't in the best form against Leeds when Chelsea lost 3-0. But I think Koulibaly is going to be really good for Chelsea. Sterling as well has moved to Chelsea, and I think it would be good to see him do well there. And I feel like he can do really well there. He's not really found his form at the moment, but I do feel like Sterling will do well for Chelsea later on. But at the moment, I've not seen much brilliance from him yet, so he's not yet made it onto the top transfers leaderboard. But I do think that he will be a good signing for Chelsea. Perisic as well has been really good for Tottenham. I think as well. But yeah, as I said, I've already spoken a lot about Gabriel Jesus and Rodrigo for Leeds. I think he's the top FPL player as well. And in fact, I'm going to go onto my Excel and I'm going to simulate the team of the week. Hopefully, this works. I put a lot of time and effort into trying to get it to work anyway. This is the top team here. This squad here would cost you 86 million if you were allotted 100 million, and would be worth 150 points. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. How many points did I get this week? I think I got about 70 points, which I'd say is pretty good. I think that's it. That's it really for this. All I can really say is like, comment, and subscribe.